All right, episode 5 of In the Car with Clint. Yes, I'm eating. One of the advantages of being at Kent Town, Dry Creek, being at Dry Creek, is that we're surrounded by Vietnamese restaurants. And it's amazing. So I've just picked up from Vietnam, quick roll on Churchill Road. What you just saw me eating was a beef satay. That's my travel food while I wait to eat my food. And this, my friends, is some insight into why I'm overweight. So, I was at Dry Creek this morning for the receipt of a delivery. We just had a fertilizer hopper delivered for Lawn Hub. Lawn Hub's growing at a fast pace. Yeah, there's a pun there, it wasn't very good, but yeah, Lawn Hub is growing. So that's there, had to unload that, and pretty much just spent the kind of first 3 or 4 hours this morning just, I don't know, almost trying to gain my bearings. There's so much going on at the moment, and I'm between offices, and I haven't got this real clear map at the moment. We're just kind of just taking things as they come and just dealing with it. So obviously we're trying to build the shop, but then the guys that are helping build Dry Creek are still trying to run Kent Town and make sure we've got enough stock and make sure that we're doing enough things. And you know, Matt hasn't even been at Dry Creek for the last 2 days because he's been busy running the rest of the businesses. And my attention needs to be evenly spread between Lawn Hub, Railways and Waterpro. So I'm just trying to find that balance, and it's something that we're working on. As I've said before, I've got Lisa now as my assistant, so it's about learning how to use that support properly, and I'm still learning. I've never had an assistant before, so I don't know how to best utilise having her there to help me with stuff, and obviously she hasn't been an assistant for someone before, so it's all new. I like that for a few reasons. I like promoting internally where possible because the person already is part of our culture and they understand our culture, but then it also helps the rest of the staff know or see that if you put in and give to the business, that you'll be rewarded, and it's not just you're not going to be stuck in that same position if you do have aspirations to grow. I think we see it a lot in the golf course industry, where a superintendent might be, you know, a golf course superintendent's kind of the top of the job. When you're working on a golf course, they're the boss of the course, and these really, I guess, high level superintendent roles become available once every 10 or 15 or 20 years on the courses, depending on how the course is. Sorry, there's a truck squeezing in behind me. You know, how the politics of the course works, and whether or not the person stays or goes, or what age they are when they start, and whether or not they retire. But you see the 2 ICs of these courses come in, and you know, it's kind of this expectation in my mind that if someone's good enough to be the 2 IC, that they'll move into the 1 IC or the super role when that position comes up. But it's rare that it happens, and we've seen it once in South Australia that it has happened, and I think it's great because it gives the staff that are younger or that have just started in new positions that hope that if they do the right thing, that they'll move into those roles, rather than it being put out to the general public and then someone picking and choosing from the bunch, which can really mess up the culture. So anyway, I digress. Heading back to Waterpro now. So In the Car with Clint is usually in the morning. It's still morning in Adelaide, but it's almost afternoon. And so I'm going back to Kent Town to meet with the team. I've got lots of plates spinning at the moment, so we're trying to close off a lot of open loops around Lawn Hub and the manufacturing of that, label printing, buckets, distribution. I've got a guy working on the marketing for that, which is about to go live, so we want to get Max set up down at Dry Creek so that we can start punching out stuff. Railways last month finished really bad. I think Railways had the worst month it's had since I've owned it, and I think it was worse than it was just shit. So we're doing a bit of strategy around how to deal with that, and what we could be doing differently, and what we can do to improve the turnover, and to, I guess, we've done a bit of sniffing around, and it looks like it's more market driven than us driven. But and you know, when you ring a client and say, hey, how's it going, they're like, oh, we've just been quiet, rather than, oh, we've just started buying from your competitor because you're a dickhead. I can deal with that. And then it's about, all right, what's happening in the market, where are other markets we can move into, and of the total pool of customers we only deal with, say, 5 or 7%, let's go get another 5 or 7% and double our turnover. So there's that. Waterpro finished above budget, which was surprising because they were kind of limping, but Waterpro have a tendency to do that, to limp through the middle of the month and then kind of come home strong at the end. Obviously I've got more experience with Waterpro, so I know how to move those levers easier. I don't have that depth of market knowledge and relationships with the railways client base, which is something we need to work on. So that's about it. I didn't want to talk for too long because I think short and sweet is just how they like it. Please, if you've got any questions about what I'm doing, ask me. I'm open book. Like, even if you're a competitor, ask the questions. I'll tell you the answers. Like, I'm documenting the whole thing. So you want to watch what we're doing, make sure you subscribe. If you like this video, the algorithm people, the robots that work for YouTube, need you to hit the like button so that people that are like you can get exposed to the video. So yeah, please comment, ask me a question. I'll address it in the next video or so. Short of that, please be kind to each other, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you very soon.